Just a little reminder. Your idols, your biggest idols, will oftentimes become your biggest competitors if you're really about what you say, if you're really practicing what you preach. You know, you'll look up to people who will just completely, for when you're trying to build yourself, they don't give a fuck about you. They won't even see you. They don't even know you exist. You start climbing that ladder, you start building something for yourself, and then boom, now people almost see you as a threat to their position, to their woman, etc. You know what I'm saying? So know that shit comes with vibrating highly and getting your life together. All that shit is spirituality, all this, all this shit is just getting your fucking life together. As a boy, you will become a man, and life will make you become a man, or you can make the choice to become a man yourself. See, for example, if you're in the 20s to 30s, even 16 to 18 age groups, see a lot of my mentors especially nailing this shit the fuck down. But you need to get you a good paying job, work you full time, 40 hours minimum a week. And on top of that, you need to be doing, if you really want something, you really want to do something with your life at the end of the day, you need to be putting in 60, maybe more. You know what I'm saying? This will help you just be a lot more financially stable. You won't have to deal with the stresses of life so financially broken, so just devastated whenever anything fucking happens because you ain't got no money because you spent it all on weed and liquor and all the hoes in the strip club and just buying a bunch of dumb shit, you know what I'm saying? So if you're in my age group, 20 to 30s especially, let's focus on saving, investing, learning how money really works, who is giving you the money, how lending and all these loans and interest and fucking rates and all this shit come into the equation. Learn this shit because it's gonna come and bite you in the ass if you don't. People might think, oh, I just got this nice ass, sexy ass ride, 3 months, but the interest rate is 32%. Holy shit, nigga. Could you imagine? Could you fucking imagine? Holy, I would kill myself. I would unalive myself. I mean, that just sounds insane. Like, holy shit. Holy shit. The amount of money you would pay in the end. Like, and you wouldn't even know if you didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? So, learn something. You know what I'm saying? Once you get out of high school, it's real life. You can go to college, but you still have real life after school. Real life. College ain't fucking real life. That's controlled, manufactured living. Shit is almost like jail, Them people are fucking dead. Going to college, a lot of them, people straight out of high school, they break themselves mentally, physically, completely. And then they realize by the end of it all, they can't get a job. Not in their career, and not for at least fucking 5, 10, 15 plus years because they don't have any experience. This is why people I listen to, they preach getting into these blue collar jobs. Go apply for apprentices, learning, new skills such as HVAC and plumbing and fucking electricians, all that shit. But that ain't to say that needs to be your fucking career. These things just help you take real life skills into, other real life scenarios. Like, take for example, there's a lot of men, particularly in my age group, 20 to 30, who just have no fucking clue on how to change their tires, how to even do an oil change, how to change their fucking brakes, dog. They brakes. They don't know this shit, man. And like, and you know, whoever you want to say is controlling the shit, they destroy the family as a whole. Most people don't grow up with a dad in their fucking household. You know what I'm saying? No father figure, no authoritative, masculine energy. They got this mom who has to be both, and then the mom ends up becoming devastated in the end. The kids, they are fucked because they didn't get the proper parenting, because they need both parents. Don't think you can just have a mom. Yeah, you can turn out okay and good, but you still have problems when you don't have that other parent, because you're meant to have a fucking parent. It takes two to tussle, you know what I'm saying? You can't just make a baby with just your mom. Your mom need a man. So don't think that you don't need your dad, you know what I'm saying? It gets deep. Real like psychology and shit. It gets deep when you ain't got no dad in your fucking life. Man, it causes so many problems. And a lot of these moms, they don't realize it, and it's because they weren't taught this stuff. They grew up without a daddy also, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say all the time, to be your purpose, a lot of us come here, we choose some type of path where it involves healing our parents. We gotta be a great child and, just thrive, so that parent can be proud and feel like they did what a parent was supposed to, and you can, just take care of them. Because like I say all the time, your parents will become your children in the end. You know what I'm saying? Old, senile people, and especially in retirement homes, they're not healthy. They're almost just like babies in a big ass body. They can barely talk. They can barely walk. They can't do anything. They need help for everything. You gotta care for them again, and it's like the beautiful cycle of life. You know what I'm saying? And then they will die, and they will return into the light. So it's all about just being good. Stop being a degenerate. If you're somebody who's on my videos, it's probably because you know deep down inside that you could be doing something more or better. You know that you're fucking up somewhere in your life. Because, hey, I'm not fucking perfect either. I do it all the time. I fuck up all the time. I'm not perfect at all. I smoke, I drink, but I work out. I wake up early. I do shit like this. I work hard jobs. I get paid good money. I provide value to as much as I can. I keep a clean house. I keep a clean image. My face is shaven constantly. This is part of, you. These small things, they add up. Do so many good small things that you just can't be fucking bad. That's how you make your aura so strong. Everywhere I go, people constantly sense me. I can look, man. Oh my God. And life is amazing when you're vibrating high. When you're just feeling good about yourself because you're doing good things for yourself. People will feel it. You will feel it. But more importantly, other people will feel it. I can't go anywhere without everybody fucking putting their eyes on me. It's very interesting to say the least. Because growing up, I didn't have any of that. Growing up, if you're anything like me, you ain't have no real friends. You didn't have no real relationships. You barely even had your family. You didn't have shit. You was just this lonely ass motherfucker around a bunch of people growing up in fucking public schooling because it was forced. You didn't have another option. What are you gonna do? Go to private school? How? Go homeschool? How? Niggas got jobs. Ain't nobody at the house. Ain't nobody home. It's me. It's me, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit is so deep when you don't have a dad. Co-parenting. Learn psychological, Read those type of books. They'll teach you a lot about shit you didn't even realize was going on in your fucking life. You'll just be like, oh, that's literally that's going on right now. You'll just go through and you just see that exact thing, and then you'll be able to diagnose it and fix it. Because a lot of this shit is just we bring it on to ourselves. We're so simple, but we make it complex. Life is simple, but we make it complex. For real, for real. We don't need a lot of these things, for real. But life would be boring without them. So this is why I say all the time, like drinking, smoking, sex, and all that. These type of things that super religious people will call sin. Oh yeah, it can be sin, but more importantly, it leads to sin. Your habits with these substances and people and environments, they are the fucking problem, not the thing itself. It's the way you are attending to them. Oh, you like smoking weed? Maybe you should do it after everything is done for the day. Maybe you should use it to help you stay at, comfortable levels of pain throughout the day while you're doing the things, and not just get high as shit and then eat and then stay on your couch all the days, watching TV, doing nothing. You can be productive with these things. Man, I get fucking drunk as shit, man, and clean my whole house. Like, I'll cook some good ass food on my most fucked up and most intoxicated nights. So don't let these people tell you how to live your life. Just live it. And a lot of these self-improvement guys, they'll tell you, hey, stop being around women. Stop, just fucking be gay. They want you to be homosexual, man. Like, I was thinking about this shit earlier. Why am I shift? I'm like, at the end of the day, if you can't even say hello to a woman, you can't even smile or wave or anything, you can't date, you just permanently are on this betterment journey. What is the fucking end result? You just constantly getting better for what? Who is it for? You gonna build infinite business and make infinite money? No, you need love in your life, bruh. Real life. Don't just think every woman that you need to date. Don't think everyone you need to have, intercourse with. Don't think that you need to have raw intercourse with everything and everybody. And you just make better decisions. Like, it is simple. You don't have to be a degenerate with a lot of this shit. It's the habits that you form with these things, the relationships you form with these things. A lot of us just get addicted to having the fun, the comfort that it brings us. Oh, it feels so good. Okay. It will feel better if you didn't just abuse the shit out of it. Maybe feel uncomfortable for a little bit so you can feel how it feels to feel it for the first time again. You know what I'm saying? Just calm down. Take it slow. Nothing is in a rush. You got like 100 years here at max, and even that is not a fucking lot of time. So take it slow. You spend all these motherfucking days and months and weeks and years having all this fun and being comfortable. You know what's gonna happen? It's gonna pass you the fuck up, and you're gonna wonder when you're at 30, 40, 50 years old, and be like, what the fuck was I doing? I can't remember a single thing, but I'm this old. What did I do with my life? And that's where people's midlife crisis happens, because they realize, hey, I just kind of wasted all this time when all the people that I thought were like nerds and people who were just like, they didn't want to be gangbanging and trapping and at the club with me. I was laughing at them, and I thought they were missing out. But now those people, they got houses and cars, and they're not worried about fucking cops and warrants and shit. They're not worried about tickets and paying. Their bills are paid. They got kids. They got a wife. They got actual life going for them. Whereas, you know, you go see a lot of your classmates that you grew up with. Niggas be in jail and shit. What the fuck is that for? Why would you want to go to jail? Why would you do shit that's gonna put you in jail? Have better, you know, decision making that will just never even put you in a situation where that happens. I've done a lot of bad shit, but you know what? I ain't never been to jail. We might have been to shitty ass mock juvie, but I ain't never been to jail. You know what I'm saying? And it's simple. You don't have to. If you start, you know, slipping up on shit, and then you're just like begging to get caught. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like your soul is like asking for you to go sit the fuck down and recontemplate your choices. And then people are like, I gotta go do it again. And then guess what? They get locked up again, and then it just keeps going. I'm like, what? At the end of the day, are you gonna like move smarter at least? At the very least, would you move smarter? Which is what I'm saying. Have smarter fucking choices, decisions. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, it's not that hard. It's not.